All right, so are you ready to step into the Shark Tank and pitch your business idea? We're diving deep into the world of investor pitches today, figuring out what makes investors tick, what they're really looking for, and how to craft a pitch that doesn't just get their attention but gets them reaching for their checkbooks. Our guide for this deep dive is how to pitch your business to investors and win them over. And let me tell you, this thing is packed with juicy advice.
Yeah, it's not enough to just have a great idea.
Yeah.
You really need to understand the investor landscape and tailor your approach.
It's like that saying, right? Fail to plan, plan to fail. Speaking of planning, the guide really hammers home the importance of understanding the investor mindset.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like real estate. Location, location, location. Only here it's potential, potential, potential. Investors are looking for businesses that can scale rapidly and dominate their markets. Think unicorn, not one-trick pony.
So no more pitching lemonade stands.
Well, unless that lemonade stand has a revolutionary new juicing technology and a global distribution network. Probably not. But seriously, think massive market opportunity. Don't just tell investors about the market size. Quantify it in a way that resonates with their portfolio. Show them how your venture aligns with their existing investments and their vision for the future.
So it's like finding the missing piece of their investment puzzle. I like that. What else should we keep in mind when trying to get inside the investor's head?
Well, remember, investors are human. They're not just crunching numbers. They're making judgments based on their experience, their gut feelings, and their perception of you. You need to build trust and rapport, demonstrate expertise, and convey a sense of passion and conviction.
It's about connecting on a human level, not just a business level.
Exactly. And don't forget, not all investors are created equal. Research their portfolios beforehand. What sectors do they typically invest in? What's their track record? Tailoring your pitch to their specific interests can significantly increase your chances of success.
So it's like online dating, but for business funding. You've got to swipe right on the investors who are a good match for your venture. Now, the guide also talks about 5 key things investors scrutinize. Let's break those down, shall we?
Absolutely. First up is market opportunity. Is there a large and growing demand for your solution? Is the market ripe for disruption? Investors want to see a big pie that they can get a big slice of.
Show them there's enough dough to go around.
Precisely. Then comes the business model. How will your company actually generate revenue and profit? Is it a subscription model, a one-time purchase, or something completely different? Investors need to see a clear path to profitability, not just a cool idea.
They want to know how their money's going to multiply.
Next, we have competitive advantage. What makes your product or service unique and defensible against competitors? Do you have a patent? Is it your proprietary technology? Maybe it's your stellar team, which brings us to the next point. Team expertise.
Investors are betting on the jockey as much as the horse ride.
Exactly. A strong team can make a mediocre idea succeed, while a weak team can fumble even the most brilliant concept. Finally, there's financial potential. Can your business provide a high return on investment? This is where your financial projections and key performance indicators come into play.
Show them the numbers.
Yeah.
But maybe not in a spreadsheet kind of way. What's the best way to present these financials without boring investors to tears?
Think visually. Use charts, graphs, and infographics to tell a compelling financial story. Highlight your key growth metrics and projections, but be realistic. Inflated numbers will only erode trust.
So it's about striking that balance between ambition and credibility.
Got it. Now, once you have a solid grasp of what investors are looking for, it's time to build your pitch deck. This is your opportunity to showcase your business in a concise and compelling way.
Okay, let's talk about building a pitch deck that doesn't put investors to sleep. The guide compares it to a movie trailer. It's got to hook the audience fast and leave them wanting more. How do we achieve that Hollywood magic?
Think of it as a story, not just a presentation. You're taking investors on a journey. You want to create an emotional connection, not just bombard them with facts and figures. And just like a great movie trailer, your pitch deck needs to be concise. Aim for 10 to 15 slides maximum, hitting those essential points that pique their interest and leave them eager to learn more.
So quality over quantity. No death by PowerPoint allowed. What are the essential elements that every killer pitch deck should include?
Your first slide is like the movie poster. Your title slide with your company name, logo, and a tagline that captures your essence. Think of it as your elevator pitch distilled into a few memorable words.
Catchy and concise. What comes next?
Next, you lay out the problem your business solves. Don't bury the lead. This is where you grab their attention by highlighting a pain point that resonates with the investor's own experiences or investment philosophy.
It's about making them feel the problem, not just understand it intellectually.
Exactly. Then you swoop in with your solution. This is where you showcase your product or service as the answer to that problem. Be specific. Emphasize your unique selling proposition and show how you're different and better than the alternatives.
Okay, so we've set the stage. Problem, solution. What comes next in our pitch deck journey?
Now it's time to showcase the market opportunity. Highlight the size and growth potential of your target market and back it up with data that demonstrates the potential for substantial returns. Remember, you're not just selling a product or service, you're selling a piece of a growing market.
Paint a picture of a market that's ripe for the taking. What about the how behind it all?
That's where your business model comes in. Explain how your company will generate revenue and, more importantly, profit. Is it a subscription model, a one-time purchase, or something else entirely? Be clear, concise, and avoid jargon. Investors need to grasp your revenue-generating machine quickly.
No complicated algorithms or financial mumbo-jumbo. Keep it straightforward.
Then comes traction. This is your chance to show, not just tell. Showcase any evidence of success you have so far, whether it's user growth, early sales, partnerships, or industry recognition. It proves that you're not just starting from scratch, but that you've got momentum.
It's like showing them a sneak peek of the movie's rave reviews before they even buy a ticket.
Precisely. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the competition. Don't pretend they don't exist. Acknowledge your competitors and, more importantly, explain how you're different and better positioned to win in this market. Highlight your unique strength and show why you're the smarter bet.
Don't shy away from the competition.
And of course, we can't forget the financial projections. This is where you translate your vision into numbers, demonstrating the financial viability and potential of your business. Include revenue forecasts, profit margins, and any key metrics that highlight your growth trajectory. But remember, keep it real.
No pie-in-the-sky numbers. Investors can smell a fabricated forecast a mile away.
Absolutely. Transparency and realistic projections build trust. Now, after you've laid out your financial roadmap, it's time to state your funding ask. Be specific about how much funding you need and, just as importantly, how you'll use it to achieve your growth objectives. Investors want to see a clear plan for how their money will fuel your success.
Show them that you're a good steward of their investment. Don't leave them wondering where their money is going.
Then introduce your team. This is where you highlight the expertise, experience, and passion of the people behind the vision. Remember, investors are investing in people as much as ideas, so showcase the rock stars who are going to make it happen.
It's all about having a team that can execute the vision. Now, how do we wrap up this epic pitch deck journey?
With a powerful call to action, of course. This is your chance to leave a lasting impression and invite investors to join you on your journey. Be clear, concise, and confident in your ask.
Don't be shy. Ask for the investment and leave them excited to be a part of your success story. But it's not just about the slides themselves, right? It's about how we weave them into a compelling narrative. That's where the real magic happens.
You're absolutely right. In fact, let's delve into the power of storytelling in our next section. It's a game changer when it comes to captivating investors and making your pitch unforgettable.
All right, welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about building a pitch deck that sizzles, and now it's time to take it to the next level. The power of storytelling. Our guide, How to Pitch Your Business to Investors and Win Them Over, really emphasizes how a good narrative can make or break a pitch. It's not just about the facts and figures. It's about weaving them into a story that captures the imagination and makes an emotional connection.
You're absolutely right. Humans are hardwired for stories, you know. We remember narratives far better than we remember bullet points or data dumps. When you tap into that innate human desire for storytelling, you create a more memorable and persuasive pitch.
Yeah, it's like the difference between reading a textbook and getting lost in a good novel. One engages your mind, the other captures your heart.
Exactly. A well-crafted narrative can transform a dry presentation into an experience. It allows investors to visualize your vision, connect with your passion, and ultimately believe in your potential.
The guide even highlights Airbnb as a prime example of how storytelling can elevate a pitch.
Ah, yes, Airbnb. Their early pitch deck wasn't just about listing properties. It was about tapping into the universal desire for unique and authentic travel experiences. They painted a picture of a world where anyone could belong anywhere, and that resonated deeply with investors.
Instead of focusing on the technical aspects of their platform, they focused on the emotional benefits of their service. They understood that investors are people too, with their own travel dreams and aspirations.
Precisely. They tapped into those shared human experiences. It wasn't just about booking a room, it was about connecting with cultures, creating memories, and feeling a sense of belonging. That's a powerful narrative.
So how can we apply this storytelling magic to our own pitches? Any tips for crafting a narrative that captivates investors?
First, identify your core message. What's the one key takeaway you want investors to remember about your business? Distill it into a single, powerful sentence that encapsulates your vision and value proposition.
Think of it as your story's tagline, right? The sentence that grabs their attention and makes them lean in.
Exactly. Then structure your narrative around a classic storytelling arc. Start by setting the stage, introducing the problem you're addressing, and creating a sense of urgency or need.
Hook them in with a problem they can relate to.
Then introduce your solution as the hero of the story, the force that's going to overcome the challenge and create a better future. Highlight the benefits, not just the features. Show how your solution makes a real difference in the lives of your customers or the world at large.
So it's not just about what your product does, but about how it transforms lives, solves problems, and creates value.
Precisely. And don't forget to build in moments of tension and resolution. Acknowledge the challenges and risks, but ultimately show how your team, your strategy, and your determination will overcome those obstacles and achieve success.
It's like those classic movie montages where the hero trains hard, faces setbacks, but ultimately emerges victorious. It gets us invested in their journey.
Exactly. And as you wrap up your narrative, end with a powerful call to action. Invite investors to become part of your story, to join you on this exciting adventure, and to share in the rewards of your success.
Make them feel like they're not just investing in a business, but becoming part of something bigger, something meaningful.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the different types of investors you might encounter on your funding journey. It's crucial to understand their motivations, their risk tolerance, and their investment criteria, because this knowledge will help you tailor your pitch accordingly.
That makes sense. It's like knowing your audience, right? Yeah. You wouldn't use the same pitch for a high school assembly as you would for a TED Talk?
Precisely. So let's start with angel investors. These are individuals with a high net worth who invest their own personal capital in early-stage companies. They're often entrepreneurs themselves, so they understand the risks and rewards of startups.
They're like the fairy godmothers of the startup world, except they sprinkle funding instead of pixie dust.
Angel investors are often motivated by more than just financial returns. They're passionate about supporting innovation, mentoring new entrepreneurs, and seeing their investments make a difference.
So it's about finding angels who align with your vision and values. They're not just writing a check. They're joining your team in spirit.
Now let's move on to venture capitalists, or VCs. These are firms that manage pooled funds from various sources like pension funds and endowments, and they invest in high-growth companies with the potential for significant returns.
VCs are playing a different game, right? They're looking for those home run investments, the companies that are going to disrupt industries and generate massive returns.
Exactly. They're looking for businesses that can scale rapidly and achieve significant market share. Their investment timelines are typically longer than angel investors, and they often take a more hands-on approach, providing strategic guidance and leveraging their network to help their portfolio companies grow.
So when pitching to VCs, you need to paint a picture of a company that's not just solving a problem, but that's going to dominate its market. Think big, bold, and scalable.
Absolutely. Another category is private equity firms. They typically invest in more mature companies, often with the goal of taking them private or restructuring them for growth.
So they're more about optimizing existing businesses rather than funding brand new startups.
Generally, yes, private equity firms have deep pockets and are focused on generating significant returns for their investors. Their involvement often signals a major shift in a company's trajectory.
It sounds like knowing which type of investor you're pitching to is crucial for tailoring your message.
Absolutely. You wouldn't pitch a seed stage startup to a private equity firm, would you?
That would be like showing up to a marathon in flip-flops. Speaking of successful pitches, I'm curious to hear about some real-world examples of companies that have knocked it out of the park and secured funding through compelling pitches. What are some stories that inspire you?
Oh, there's so many great examples. One that comes to mind is Dollar Shave Club. They revolutionized the men's grooming industry with their subscription-based razor delivery service.
Dollar Shave Club. I love their marketing. It's so witty and relatable. Did that play a role in their pitch?
Absolutely. Their pitch video went viral thanks to its humor and its ability to tap into a common frustration, expensive and inconvenient razor shopping. They presented their solution in a way that was fun, engaging, and memorable.
So they didn't take themselves too seriously, which probably made them more approachable and relatable to investors.
That's right. They combined humor with a strong business model and a clear understanding of their target market, which resonated with investors.
Okay, so humor can be a powerful tool if used effectively. What about other examples? What about Airbnb's pitch? We talked about their storytelling earlier. What specifically made their pitch deck so successful?
Well, apart from the storytelling element we discussed, their pitch deck was visually stunning. They used high-quality images to showcase the diversity and uniqueness of their listings, and they presented their business model and growth potential in a way that was clear, concise, and compelling.
So it's not just about the words. It's about the overall presentation and the visuals you use to tell your story. Visual storytelling is key. Are there any other examples we can learn from?
Of course. Let's talk about Facebook. In their early pitches, Mark Zuckerberg emphasized the platform's rapid user growth and its potential to connect people worldwide. He painted a vision of a future where Facebook would become an integral part of people's lives, and that vision resonated with investors.
And that vision certainly became a reality. So it's important to paint a picture of the future and showcase the long-term potential of your business.
Exactly. Investors want to see that you're not just solving a current problem, but that you're building something with lasting value and a clear path for growth. They want to be part of a story that's just beginning, a story that's going to unfold and become something extraordinary.
Okay, so we've got Dollar Shave Club, Airbnb, and Facebook as inspiration. What are some key takeaways we can glean from their success stories?
Well, firstly, it's clear that a compelling narrative is crucial. You need to tell a story that captures investors' attention and makes them emotionally invested in your vision. Secondly, a strong understanding of your target market is essential. You need to know who your ideal customers are and how your solution addresses their needs. And lastly, a clear and concise presentation is vital. Your pitch deck should be visually appealing, easy to understand, and focused on the key points that matter most to investors.
Keep it simple, keep it focused, and make it memorable.
Those are some great takeaways. Now, I know you have some additional tips that can help us stand out from the crowd and increase our chances of securing funding. I'm all ears. One important tip is to personalize your pitch for each investor you meet with. Research their portfolio, understand their interests, and tailor your message to address their specific needs and expectations. Show them why your business is the perfect fit for their investment strategy.
It's like that saying, it's not about you, it's about them. Make them feel like you understand their world and how your business fits into it.
Another tip is to highlight your team's expertise and passion. Investors invest in people as much as ideas, so showcase the talent and dedication of your team members.
It's all about having a team that can execute the vision. Make them feel confident that you've got the right people in place to make it happen.
And don't forget to practice your pitch thoroughly. The more comfortable and confident you are, the more persuasive you'll be.
Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. Get rid of those ums and ahs and make it flow smoothly.
It also helps to anticipate potential questions investors might ask and prepare your answers in advance. This shows that you've thought things through and are prepared for any challenge.
Be ready for the Q&A grilling. Show them that you can handle the heat and that you've got answers to their tough questions.
And lastly, remember to be passionate and enthusiastic about your business. Your passion will be contagious and help you connect with investors on an emotional level.
Enthusiasm is infectious. If you believe in your business, investors are more likely to believe in it too. By following these tips and putting in the effort to craft a compelling pitch, you can significantly increase your chances of securing the funding you need to turn your vision into a reality.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's not just about the information. It's about the connection, the conviction, and the belief that you're building something truly special.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into the art of pitching your business to investors. We've covered a lot of ground, from understanding the investor mindset to crafting a compelling pitch deck and mastering the art of storytelling. But the journey doesn't end when you step off the stage, right? What happens after the pitch?
That's a great question, and you're absolutely right. The pitch is just the first act. What happens next can be just as important, if not more so, in securing funding and building a successful partnership with investors.
So let's talk about the post-pitch game plan. What should entrepreneurs be prepared for once they've delivered their pitch?
First and foremost, Don't expect an immediate yes or no. Investors need time to digest the information, do their due diligence, and compare your venture to other opportunities they're considering.
Patience is a virtue, especially in the investment world. It's not like ordering a pizza where you get an instant confirmation.
Exactly. It's more like planting a seed and nurturing it over time. Be prepared for a period of follow-up further questions and requests for more detailed information. This is your chance to solidify their confidence in you and your business.
So it's not a one-and-done deal. It's about building a relationship and demonstrating your responsiveness and commitment.
Precisely. They might ask for more detailed financial projections, a deeper dive into your market analysis, or even introductions to key members of your team. See it as an opportunity to showcase your depth of knowledge, your preparedness, and your willingness to be transparent.
This is where those late nights spent perfecting your financial model and polishing your pitch deck really pay off.
Absolutely. And if an investor is truly interested, they'll likely present you with a term sheet. This is a formal document that outlines the proposed investment terms, including their equity stake, valuation, and any control or influence they might seek in your company.
Term sheets. The legal document that can make even the most seasoned entrepreneur's head spin.
Yeah. It's crucial to understand the terms and conditions of the investment, to negotiate from a position of knowledge and strength, and to ensure that the deal aligns with your long-term vision for the company.
So it's not just about the money. It's about finding the right investor, the right partnership, and the right terms that will empower your business to grow and thrive.
You've got it. Now let's step back for a moment and talk about some broader trends in the investment landscape. The world of investing is constantly evolving, so it's crucial to stay informed about emerging trends and shifts in investor preferences.
It's like surfing. You've got to ride the wave and stay ahead of the curve.
Hmm.
So what are some of the hot areas that investors are currently eyeing?
Well, one trend that's been gaining significant momentum is impact investing, which focuses on investments that generate both financial returns and positive social or environmental impact.
It's about doing well while also doing good. It's not just about profit, it's about purpose.
Exactly. Investors are increasingly looking for businesses that align with their values, are contributing to a better world, and are addressing some of the world's most pressing challenges.
That's encouraging to hear. It's great to see that investors are recognizing the power of businesses to drive positive change. What other trends are on their radar?
Another area that's attracting significant investment is artificial intelligence, or AI. Its applications are vast and are transforming industries from healthcare to finance to manufacturing.
Yeah, AI is definitely a hot topic these days. It seems like it's everywhere, from chatbots to self-driving cars to personalized medicine.
It is, and its potential is only just beginning to be realized. Investors are eager to capitalize on the companies that are developing and deploying innovative AI solutions. Another trend that's worth noting is the rise of blockchain technology and its potential to disrupt various sectors.
Cryptocurrencies, NFTs, decentralized finance, it's all part of this blockchain revolution. It's certainly a fascinating and rapidly evolving landscape.
Precisely. Investors are intrigued by the potential of blockchain to create more transparent, secure, and efficient systems across industries. So as you can see, the world of investment is dynamic and constantly evolving.
It's an exciting time to be an entrepreneur with so much innovation happening all around us.
It certainly is. And as a final thought for our listeners today, I'd say, stay curious, stay adaptable, and never stop learning.
Great advice. The business world is constantly evolving, and the only constant is change.
Remember, a winning pitch is just the first step on a long and exciting journey. By combining a compelling narrative with solid research, a confident delivery, and a deep understanding of the ever-changing investment landscape, you can increase your chances of success and turn your entrepreneurial dreams into reality.
Well said. And to our listeners, we wish you the best of luck on your entrepreneurial journeys. Remember, the most compelling pitches come from the heart. Believe in your vision, share your passion, and go make it happen.
Until next time, happy pitching.